Right, hi, welcome. Thank you to everyone that's arrived. Okay, so I have done the list. Right, let's just take a nice deep breath, everybody. Just take a nice deep breath. Think about your questions, and we are going to begin. Now, I remember I do the first 3 at a time. Thanks, Egyptian Famous. So, Bart, hi, welcome. Amazing Fruits, welcome. KT, Egyptian Famous. Eliza, Jack Mac, Latoya, Taha, and SD so far. And if there's anyone else that's come in. Okay, so that's the list. So what I'm going to do is do 3 at a time. So Bart, Amazing Fruits, and KT. Then I'll do Egyptian Famous, Eliza, Jack Mac, and then Latoya, Taha, and SD. And then if anyone else comes in after that, they can be added after that list. Right, so I know Egyptian Famous, you're in and out. No worries. I appreciate you doing that, keeping that list there too, which is quite cool. Right, so Bart, we're going to start with you. So I just need Amazing Fruits, KT, and then we'll do when Egyptian Famous in and out. She could do her question, of course, and then I'll do Eliza, Jack Mac. Don't type your question in yet until the others have typed theirs in. Make sure it's sort of just give it a moment. Bart, Amazing Fruits, and KT. Right, so take a nice deep breath. That's the first 3 I'm going to do. Please don't type your question in unless I've called your name. Bart, Amazing Fruits, and KT. When I've done those 3, then I'll do Egyptian Famous, Eliza, and Jack Mac. Then I'll do Latoya, Taha, and SD. So please don't type your questions in until you're on the list. Until you're in the first 3. 3 at a time. Oh, I know. Right. So Bart, let's have a look at you. So I'm just waiting for KTs as well. I know. Type quick typing. You guys know who you are. So right, I'm doing with my how you doing with your tarot for writer's book so far. Right, let's start with, let me just put my selenite back because I wasn't using that before. Yep. I know, quick typing. And right, let's have a look. Nice deep breath. How are you doing? I'm going to actually use the Supernatural Tarot for that. But, don't know, I think because of the writer in the series. Right. So how are you doing with your writer's book? Oh, straight away. Okay, but with the 3 of Swords, it tells me that there's some challenges of the mind. There are some challenges going on here with your perceptions. A little bit of doubts creeping in. But with 6 of Bones, it tells me that you're going to be successful. You've got victory on your side. There are some challenges. I think if it comes down to your doubt, Bart, I think you're doubting and things, but it does talk about being successful. You're on the right path. You're doing all the right stuff there, Bart. So it does feel like there's a lot of hidden knowledge yet to be revealed. I think there's a lot of hidden stuff to be revealed yet. There's a lot of hidden knowledge to be revealed. So I think overall, I think you're doing quite well. I think there's a lot of doubt coming into your perspective. of how you're doing. You are successful. You are doing really well. You are on the right path. There's a lot of hidden stuff still to be revealed. So you're doing well, Bart. Okay? So no doubt. Believe in yourself. You're doing well. Okay, so amazing fruits is next. So Katie, I just need your question. You're welcome, Bart. You're welcome. Katie, I just need your question. How does, okay, so you want to know about the feelings and things going on here. Right, let's do Hocus Pocus. Amazing fruits, right. Right, so now that KT is, I've got KT's question in. Egyptian Famous and Eliza can put your questions in. How does Josiah feel about you? Right, let's have a look. What's going on here? What's the connection? What's going on? How does he actually feel? Okay, how does he actually feel? 3 of Pumpkins. I think he recognizes who you are and what you're capable of. I feel like there's a recognition about who you are. 4 of Lightning talks about a sense of, I want to say there's some thinking about it. There's definitely some thoughts about it. There's definitely some reflecting about things going on. I think there's a lot of reflection. There's a lot of thought. The 2 of Pumpkins. Feels like they're trying to decide what's important in their life. I still feel like there's a lot of importance. They recognize who you are and what you're about. There is a lot of reflecting going on. There is a lot of thought happening. But they're just trying to find out what their priorities are. I think they're sort of juggling a lot of stuff going on. I think there's quite a bit of stuff going on in their life. So they're juggling a little bit. So they recognize who you are. Recognize what you're capable of. Right, KT. Right, so we've got Egyptian Famous. Hi, Aldonna. Eliza. Right, so after Eliza, Jack Mac and Latoya. Jack Mac and Latoya, can you type in your questions, please? How is M feeling about my mellowness after he reached out? Let's do Alice in Wonderland. So I'm doing TV, by the way, I'm doing TV, movie, and TV series and movie type tarot decks. And then, of course, if you donate, you'll get an oracle reading as well included in the tarot. You'll get more cards, of course. How is M feeling about my mellowness after he reached out? Right. Or how does M feel about your silence? Okay. How does M feel about my silence? Okay. Okay, that popped out there. And there, right. King of Spears. He's definitely trying to analyze the situation. I feel like he's trying to analyze it. I do feel like he's trying to remove the sense of confusion about the whole situation. Thanks, Latoya. So I do feel like there's a sense of mystery about the situation. I think he's feeling like he's trying to, I feel like there's a lot of knowledge still to be revealed again. I do feel like there's a lot of secrets, a lot of stuff hidden within the situation. So it's not very clear about how he actually feels. He's just analyzing. He's trying to analyze the situation. He hasn't got a clear sense of how he actually feels with the situation. I do feel like it's very below the within him, and he hasn't quite processed how he actually feels about the situation. I think he's trying to analyze what's going on. I think he might be a little bit confused with that. I don't think he's quite got the clarity that he wants in the situation. So he might be feeling a little he's just trying to analyze the whole situation. I don't think there's any clear picture there. I don't think he's quite decided how he actually feels, because he's just analyzing it. What's going on here. So, Eliza. Oh, Egyptian famous. God, what did I do there? I've got your message. Egyptian famous and then Eliza. Will I pass? Oh, okay. Egyptian famous. What we're going to do here, do a little extra. Of course, because of all your little extra things. I'm actually going to use the angel answers. And then I'm going to do a little bit more information. Okay, so will you pass your English 101? Let's have a look. Yes, that was a very resounding yes. The reason why I say it's a resounding yes is because it's got the little what's it called? The exclamation mark after it. So yes, you will pass. Okay. So let's do Lord of the Rings. Wait a minute, where are you? So yes. Whoa. Yes, you'll pass. Because it's all about the changes that you're doing at the moment. It's all about the sense of sort of like stepping into the darkness and then allowing yourself to just be within yourself so that you can explore new possibilities here. I think it's about releasing the burdens that have been weighing you down, allowing yourself to have that commitment to working. I think it's all about the study. It's all about the work that you've put into it. I think you're going to reap those rewards there, which are super important. And it all comes down to your inner strength, your endurance, your power that you have within yourself, the courage that you have. So yes, you're going to pass because it's all about the changes that you made in the past. I feel like there was a lot of changes that you made to make sure that you had that commitment, that study, you released the burdens, the things that were weighing you down, and allowing yourself to use that inner strength to do what you need to do, to endure, to have that stamina to pass your English thing. Okay. He's used to you answer. Okay, KT, get that. Okay, so hopefully, Egyptian famous, that gives you the confidence, not to have that doubt. You will pass. Don't worry. You've done all the hard work and you're going to reap the rewards. Let's put that there. Okay. Eliza. Okay, so So I've got, oh, Jack Mac, Latoya, Taha. Okay. May I know how the current situation of R? Okay, so I'm going to use a Labyrinth Tarot. So what's the current situation of R? Yes, please, Taha. May I know how the current situation of R? So what's going on with R? What's happening? We've got a lot of Ace of Junk. So it feels like he's got new beginnings. It does feel like there's a start of something in regards to the potential, a start of something new. And it all comes down to a moment. It feels like there's a lot of reflecting, a lot of thought, a lot of sense of like standing ready to grow and develop. They're at the edge of wanting to sort of move on. They're sort of at a post. No, Latoya, you don't have to repost it. You're all good. Okay, so Eliza, I think that's really, I think you've got there's a lot of potential there. I think there's a lot of potential to what's going on, but there's still a pause. Does seem to be sort of very stuck, like in the moment sort of thing. There's a lot of reflecting going on, but there is that sense of not quite yet ready to move ahead. Not quite ready to move ahead. The potential's there, but not quite ready yet. Still in pause. Still having a moment of reflecting. Okay, so where was I up to? Let's have a look. So that was Jack Macnick. So have I got Jack Mac's question? Is new love coming for you? Is new love. Right, let's have a look. Start with the... Actually, I think I might start with the... this one here is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. So what's happening for you this month? That was me being... Oh, no, it says here. Okay, so the first card you've got is the Tower. Okay, in regards to new love, it feels like it's going to be a disappointment. It feels like things are going to be shaken up for you. I think there's a lot of stuff that you need to do to rebuild. I think there's a lot of healing that you need to process before you can move through it. But it does talk about a sense of wealth and abundance coming through. So once your life's sort of shaken up and you've decided how you're going to rebuild, I'm getting very much about rebuilding your life. I think it's about deciding what you truly want to bring into your life, to bring in that wealth and that abundance. And the new love can be about self-love as well. Because you just didn't talk about a relationship as such. As the universe is like, well, you asked about new love, can be about a wealth of happiness and joy, and that sense of self-love and self-care with the well-being, a sense of abundance and well-being. So I think there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, Jack Mac. A lot of thought about what do you truly want to rebuild in your life. Becoming whole within oneself. So it does feel like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Okay, so right, So, said Liza. Latoya, right, Latoya, let's do you next. Now you did type in your question here. Right. SD, can I have your question? Latoya, so yeah, SD, can I have your question, please? And then I'll start on that next list. Oh, Taha, mustn't forget you as well. Right. Latoya, Taha, yeah, I'll do you next. And then I'll do Latoya, Taha, and SD. So what's coming up? Oh, let's do Alice in Wonderland. What's coming up for you in January and February? So what's happening for Latoya? Oh, there it is. So what's coming up for you, Latoya? Queen of Hedgehogs. So that's very much about that sense of, I want to say, make sure that you're sort of organized. Latoya, it's going to make sure that you're very organized for January and February. Super, super important here. Make sure that you are totally organized for January and February. Super important. Make sure that you're nurturing your well-being. Make sure that you're nurturing your health. Making sure you're taking that sense of nourishment is super important here. Getting in the need for nourishment is super important. It's all about finishing tasks. It's also making sure that you complete what needs to be done. I think being organized, being sorted, doing a to-do list is going to be really important for you, Latoya. Making sure that you're organized and you're ready to make sure that that's part of taking care of your health, is making sure that you've got this to-do list and you're making sure that you're getting it done is super important here. Okay, so make sure that you're taking care of yourself is super important. Making sure you're organized, making sure that you finish what you need to start, that you've started one step at a time, get one thing done and then get the next thing done. I think that's going to be really important for you for January and February, and that's going to help you stay a little bit more like you're stable. You're feeling like you're in a sense of stability, and you're ready to sort of move forward in your journey. So yeah, make sure that you're organized. To-do lists are really important here. Okay, Taha. Okay, so what does R think of you? And who's R? And then I'm going to do SD, and then I'm going to next do the next list. Okay, so let's do the labyrinth. Labyrinth tarot. What does R think of you? Okay, who's R? What's the connection? What's going on here? Oh, he's your crush and he's your classmate. Right, okay, gotcha. Okay, R. Let's have a look. Okay, with Queen of Poles, he thinks of you as being quite dynamic. I'm getting a very sort of dynamic energy is the word I got here. I got quite dynamic here with the Queen of Poles. So he feels like you're quite dynamic. And interesting with the Emperor, I think he's got this feeling like you're in control of things, that you're a leader. He sees you as someone who's a leader, who's in control, who's able to sort of take care of themselves, confident. I think that's how he sees you. He sees you as someone who's quite confident, dynamic, quite energetic as well. So yeah, really, yeah, that's how he sees you. Yeah. Right, so let's do this next list. Okay, guys, you've just come in the door. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I haven't really said hello to you. Just I like to sort of focus on one sort of reading at a time. Right, let me just throw in an incense and then I will do this next list. So guys, I want you to take a just going to do oh shoot, what was that? It feels like something's been thrown at the door. 1 minute, guys. Just feel like something was just it was a very loud bang. Something, there was a loud bang, gave me a hump. Oh, thanks, SD. Oh, it was my son. 1 minute, guys. Jordan? Oh, I was in the middle of doing some readings. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, I was just doing some lives. I always do lives in the morning. Just doing a few readings. So make yourself a coffee. I'm all good at the moment. Okay. Just sit and relax for a minute. My son's just arrived, guys. So we're just going to finish up these readings. Oh. Right, SD, yep, do your reading next. And then I'll do that list. And then I'm going to have to... Right, SD, right. How is SS feeling for me currently? Right. He feels a bit bitter. Let's do Lord of the Rings. Tarot. Oops, not the Hocus Pocus. Whew. Let's have a look. How is SS feeling for you currently? That flew out. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not quite the way you want. I think it's a bit of a disappointment. Yes, he's very explosive. It feels a very explosive energy. Feels like there's a lot of changes and things going on here. He feels very bitter. He's at a real crossroads. He's not really very clear about how he truly feels. I do feel like he's going through a lot of changes. And it does feel very explosive energy here. And he's at this crossroads. And yes, there's a lot of anger and stuff. So yes, he's not feeling very kind at the moment, SD, I'm sorry to say. Does not feel very positive energy. Okay, so let's have a look who's arrived in. So we have Aldonna, I think was next. So let me just do this. So let's do Aldonna. Okay, Aldonna, I just need your question here. Let me just have a look here. Okay, so hold on it. XHULIANA, Juliana. Jamie. This will be the last few. So Sherry. That. Amy. And Sunny. Right, that's it. And then the list is closed. Right. So Aldona, Juliana, Jamie, Sherry, Amy, and Sunny. And then the list is closed. So that's the last of them. So I just need questions from you. Okay, so who's... Sorry, the list is closed, guys. I've got things to do today. I'm in a bit of a... just finishing up. Aldona, Juliana, Jamie, Sherry, Amy, and Sunny. So if those people have posted questions... So I'm just going to do the questions that come in because I'm just going to finishing up. So let's just put it in here, ending soon. So this is it. Right, so does Thomas have feelings? And if he does, will he ask you out? So what's going on here? Let's use the Labyrinth Tarot. What's going on with Thomas? What lies ahead? Whoa, okay. Okay, does Thomas have feelings? What's going on here? Well, there's definitely an awakening. Definitely feels like something's going on. And it's sort of rocked his world. He does feel like he's definitely dealing with how he feels. He's trying to awaken to how he feels. I don't feel things are going to quite go the way you expect them to with the Tower here. I do feel like it has sort of rocked his world a little bit. He has awoken to how he feels about you, but I don't feel he's going to ask you out straight away. With the Tower card here, it sort of gives you that sort of doom and gloom sort of situation. Things are not going to quite work out the way you wanted, but it does give you the chance to sort of rebuild your future, rebuild the way you want. So that's super important there. Right, so just finishing up here. So if anyone that's on that list can just type in their question. I'm just finishing up. I'm just seeing if anyone's typed in a question here. So Jamie, I'll do your question. Hi, is everything going to be okay for my boyfriend? Take care. So let's do the Supernatural Tarot. So what's happening with this? What lies ahead for Jamie with her and a boyfriend? What's going on here? What lies ahead? What's the possibility? Thanks, Aldona. I'll do your question next. Right. Is everything going to be okay for your boyfriend? Okay, we've got 8 of Bones. It tells me that things are moving. There's a lot of passion, a lot of creativity, a lot of intensity. Feels like things are going to be moving. Okay, and we get the 3 of Swords. So it could be short term. It may not be, there'll be some challenges in the relationship, but it's how you choose to deal with them that's going to make a big difference. There are definitely going to be some moments of heartbreak, of sorrow, but it's what you choose to do with it is totally up to you. There is a lot of moving forward, but it does talk about some challenges. It does talk about maybe some heartbreak, maybe things not going quite the way you want them to, but you're going to be thing there. Oh, Jaden, I'm sorry, I've got to finish up. I've got things to do. If you want to donate, and I'll do you a separate video later this afternoon. I'll do you a separate reading this afternoon. A separate video. If anyone wants to donate, I'll do a separate video for them later this afternoon. Right, so Aldona, a general. Okay, I'm just waiting for Sunny's question, and then we're just about done. And Juliana and Amy. Yeah, you can donate, and I'll do you a separate video later this afternoon. So Aldona, a general. Okay, so let's have a look here. What does Aldona need to know? What's important for Aldona at this time? What's important for Aldona to reflect on? Oh, this one here. Ace of Lightning. Removing any confusion, a sense of clarity, being able to sort of sit, I want to say sit in silence, look at your ideas, your perceptions, your thoughts, and how can you put them into action is super important here. How can you put them into action? Finding an inner peace. It's interesting, one step at a time, not rushing things, allowing yourself that sense of finding what decisions you've actually got to make, finding yourself moving forward in your path. It does feel like you're still got a lot of thinking to do before actions are actually taken. It does feel like you need to find that sense of calmness within yourself is super important here. And I've just got one more card here with the King of Potions. It's all about your dreams. It's all about making sure you don't let your emotions overtake things, allowing yourself to think about your dreams, your goals, and where you want to be. You're welcome, Jamie. Okay, so yeah, super important there, Aldona. Okay, so I was just waiting for Sunny. And Juliana, so I don't know whether they typed in a question. And then that was the last of it. Okay. Oh, thanks, Claire. Appreciate that. Okay, so that looks like it's about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to get anything else out of it. I do have to get going. But guys, if anyone's interested, in a little bit more information, don't forget to check out the links. And if I haven't done you a reading today, you can donate and I'll do you a separate video this afternoon. Otherwise, I'll be in a couple of days. I'll be back in a couple of days. I'm sort of hoping those that were on the list would type in their question. But they haven't, so I'm just waiting. Yep. Okay, so that's it for me for today. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, guys, that's it for me. So, wrong one. Okay, so I'm just was waiting to see if those last few did put their questions in. If not, I will be. They can leave a message below. Where are we? Okay, so that's it by the looks of it. Okay, bye. Take care, and yeah, love you and leave you. That's right.